Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Juggernaut, and this is Steel Hunters, another game brought to you by Wargaming, and I say another one because the previous video I did on a new and upcoming Wargaming video game, such as this, did incredibly well. That was on Project CW, or Project Cold War, if you take a look at the game files. Well, this is another early access game from them. It's in closed beta currently, and I have been invited by Wargaming to test this game out in closed beta, so thank you to them for giving me the opportunity, of course. Even though I was fairly critical of some of their practices and stuff, so, you know, props to them for that, I guess. And now let's talk about this. Now, Steel Hunters is actually a game mode in World of Tanks, so if you take a look at the title of the game, you'd think, oh, this is sort of a spin-off of that. It shares some of the aspects and gameplay features of World of Tanks Steel Hunter mode, in the looting enemy corpses once you've killed them stuff, and the extractions and the zones and the map and so on and so forth, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Clearly, this is not World of Tanks, right? A couple of aspects here and there are similar, but this is kind of like a World of Mech Warrior Online type of game, where you have PvP and PvE, and custom games which are unavailable, but, you know, mainly PvP and PvE, which is very interesting. So, essentially both of these are the same, except here you play against bots, so, you know. But you do have the option to play PvE, and it's pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. So, before we actually get into the gameplay, and I talk to you about these mechs with their weapons and abilities and stuff like that, and it does seem kind of similar to some of the Mech Warrior games, although I say that loosely because I know just how passionate well, I know how passionate the Mech Warrior franchise fans generally are, and I know how complicated and dynamic and difficult some of the Mech Warrior games are, especially from years and years ago, right? So I say loosely based on that. I don't want to draw a direct comparison because I haven't played Mech Warrior Online or any of the Mech Warrior games enough to say that, but it's sort of on the nose, right? I mean, it's a giant mech, and there's various different shapes and types of them, with some customization and so on and so forth. Before we get into the actual meat and potatoes of this video and the game itself, I want to talk about the monetization for a second, because that's what I was most critical of, both in World of Tanks and in Project CW, and now here. The game has a battle pass. There's a button here. It's in closed beta and it still has a battle pass. I know. Evil. And I thought it didn't. I actually recorded a whole video on the game on the premise that it didn't have a battle pass. The game only revealed it to me after I've reached level 8. Evil, 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 what can I say? But there's good news, ladies and gentlemen. If you are sick of Wargaming's monetization and alleged, shall we call it, monetization of Project CW and some of the concerns that I have about that game, you know, I'm very critical of it, even though it's in early access, or sorry, in closed alpha, technically, right, or early alpha. I'm very critical of it because I want to see it succeed, not because I have any ill will towards the developers. I really don't. I'm just concerned about some of the things that I see there, and ultimately I hope that they listen to the concerns of the community and try and deliver the best possible product that is not a predatory, you know, microtransaction hellhole, which I think there's ample reason to be concerned that it might turn into something like that and ultimately fail as a result. But regardless, we're talking about a different game here. Just happens to share the same development team and the same publishing company, you know. Anywho, let's talk about the monetization in this game, because it's looking good. Aside from the battle pass, you go over to your hunters, and there's appearance, which is purely skins, so it's purely cosmetic. Currently there's none available, but for future reference, right, just cosmetic. Fine, nothing wrong with that, perfect, great way to monetize. This is a free-to-play game, by the way, at least currently it is, and I think it'll stay free-to-play for the pretty much foreseeable future, and it will launch as such as far as I'm aware. You take a look at your loadout. Now, if you remember from Project CW or World of Tanks, you have like 7 different engines and tanks and tracks and stuff, and you need to upgrade all of that, or you can skip by buying our premium currency and paying with that or whatever. Here, you just choose which one you want. and then you just pick it, right? There's bolt-action rifle, and then there's the pistols. I mean, these are skills, fair enough, but it's pretty cool, right? And then, systems, this is how you upgrade your mech, or your steel hunter. You earn these by leveling up. That's the only way to earn them. And then you spend them, and then you level up, and there's not that many things. I mean, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, fair enough. Weapon, mainframe, stealth, and sonar pulse, which is like your abilities, and that's it. Yeah, notice there's no premium currency. This is shared experience. This is construct, which is how you basically just play the game and you earn these things, and that's how you unlock new hunters. And there's credits, which is like same as in any other game, you just earn credits. There's no repair cost. If you just go in and die immediately, no biggie, just queue up again. So there's no premium credits, there's no premium account, there's no plus account, there's no subscription, there's no other subscription. I'm not emphasizing these things just to make a joke or something. All of these things actually exist in one wargaming title or another, in case you're not familiar. Yes, all of them at once in the same game. It's crazy. Here, though, it looks great, doesn't it? I mean, to me at least. Of course, they could always add 3 more resources here, and then you're going to be like, oh no, but so far, and by the way, this isn't alpha, this is beta, so, yeah? It's looking good. There's no premium characters that are ridiculously overpowered. You can unlock any one of these you want. I pretty much did the tutorial, and it let me pick whatever other character I want. I did one game with this character and unlock this one. So you can have 3 of any of the, or 2, you get this starting one, you can unlock 2 of any of the other ones. That was a sentence and a half. You can unlock any other 2 that you want within, like, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe 3. It's awesome. Now, leveling them up is a little bit of a grind, not gonna lie. This one's level 4 right now, this one's level 5, so it takes a little bit to get there, don't get me wrong. Oh, sorry, this one's level 3, this one's level 4, yeah, here's the current level. And so, as a result, if you go to progression, you can level them up instantly using this Starfall thing, which I'm not sure, yeah, it's here, right? Yeah. Basically, free experience that can be used to boost other characters. So let's say you really, really like the sniper, you play a whole bunch with it, but then you want to go over to the Ursus and you're like, oh, I don't want to grind it from the beginning. Well, Starfall, you accumulate a whole bunch of it, and you can spend it on this and level it up like that. Pretty good. And there's no conversion rate, and it doesn't cost you real money. Like, for example, converting free experience in World of Tanks from tank experience. No, it just goes there automatically. That's it. That's pretty freaking awesome, isn't it? From a monetization standpoint. And now, 10 minutes into the video or so, let's get into the actual gameplay. But I hope you don't mind me doing it this way. It feels like the correct thing to do because so many of these types of games live and die based on their monetization system. And if it's overly aggressive, the game dies because nobody wants to pay that much. And if it's not aggressive enough, quote-unquote, then, you know, not enough money gets invested into the game, or it doesn't make enough money, what I mean by that, and you know, it just, the servers unfortunately shut down and everyone's sad. So, not good. But there is a fine line, right? And I think this game's got it. I mean, cosmetics, fine. Progress boosts and stuff, I'm alright with them monetizing that as well. Battle Pass, yeah, I know, but it's not a ridiculous Battle Pass, and you're not buying power at any point, which, to me, looks pretty good, right? At no point can you go and take out your credit card and just buy a weapon that's 4 times better than anything that the free-to-play players have, or load a special type of ammunition that does extra damage to everyone because you paid with your credit card for it. And so, with that said, let's load up a game in PvE, because it's difficult to talk and, you know, play the game at the same time, so I'm going to go with the easier game mode here. And let's see what this is all about. Unfortunately, it's taking a long while to load for some reason, so I will see you in a little bit. And here we go. The thing on the right, the bear, which just disappeared, there it is my PvE friend, and together we are gonna do stuff, hopefully. Now, where to begin? This, well, I suppose obviously we're going to begin from the gameplay itself. I am a sniper character that excels at long-range stuff. We're going to fight these little bots here to upgrade ourselves, and the objective of the game in both PvE and PvP is to compete against other squads who are dropped on, give me a second, this map to either extract at the end or kill all of the other squads. Fairly simple, right? Well, it is. That's it. Now, in order to achieve said extraction, or killing everyone else on the map, we need to level up a little bit. How do we level up? Well, we kill these yellow bots that are guarding various resources. We go to various resource points like this, and we level up. We level up our energy, which is at the bottom right hand of the screen. Oh, sorry, at the bottom right of the screen. We level up the core, weapon, and shield pickups, or rather we pick up better ones. That is the bottom left of your screen. You see the triangle, circle, and diamond. That's what those are. And then, for example, if we capture this, we're going to obtain valuable loot, quote-unquote. So let's get that really quickly. And so, obviously, that increases, you know, the amount of damage you do, the amount of shields you have, so on and so forth. There you go, we're picking up green shield and was that weapons or structure? I didn't pay much attention, but one of the two, right? Yes. So, they're color-coded, as you can probably guess. White being the worst, green being a little bit better, blue being even better, and so on and so forth. You also have consumables. That is to the right of those circles and triangles and stuff down there that you can see on the left, on the bottom left. Those are kind of self-explanatory. I mean, you have the repair kit, which, surprise, surprise, repairs your HP. You have the second one, which I think is a revive of some description. And then there's really special ones, special power-ups, one that allows you to turn into a colossus with huge HP, damage, potential, shields, everything. Another one which turns you into... Well, it doesn't turn you into anything, but rather it deploys like a circular shield around you, which protects you. It's a great thing, very useful for especially this sniper character. And then that's about all of the ones that I can think of. If there's a couple of ones that I'm missing, I apologize, but that's the main stuff. And ammunition. We're getting to, I think, the last important gameplay element, I would say. Ammunition is pretty important, but it's not the most vital thing ever. How do you mean, Juggernaut? How can it be both important and not that important at the same time? Well, as you can see, that's the sort of on the slight right of my circle, and of my aiming reticle, rather. I know there's a whole bunch of UI things, so I'm trying to guide you through it one by one, as simply as I can. On the slight right, you can see how much ammunition I have in the rifle currently, and how much I have, how many magazines I have. It's not a lot, but there's also a fair amount of it. What do you mean by that, Juggernaut? You're talking nonsense again because you're focusing on the game. Well, a little bit, but what I mean is, as you can see, I'm in a long-range fight against someone, and I'm doing tons of damage to them, and I'm not really running out of ammo. And even if I were, I could refill it using T. However, okay, let me use my stealth ability, because I just ran into another team, and I think my squad mate is down, which is a problem, because he ran off on his own, and then there's more people here. Okay. I may have overestimated my abilities there for a little bit. However, I think if I go down here, Are the extraction zones available already? Really? How's it already available? Let's respawn our teammate immediately. And tell you what. Where's the... Here's the extraction zone. We're at the extraction zone. Let's try and extract, maybe. Because... I'm not the biggest fan of what's happening here. Anyways, I'm refilling ammo. It takes a while, gets you out of the fight, but you get your ammo back. After refilling it, there's a lengthy cooldown period, as you can see, 150 seconds. But not only that, you can also pick up ammunition off the ground, and so, yes, ammunition is important, but at the same time, no, it's not the most vital thing ever. It can become a factor, but more often than not, I find that you have plenty of ammunition yourself. And now, all we gotta do is we gotta hold the extraction point. Conveniently enough, I've been given extra damage here. And I also have that little pulse thing, don't I, which should let me see if there's any enemies nearby. Oh, okay. Two ways of winning, obviously. One is holding the extraction point. You extract, that's it. And that's sort of always been the Tarkov kind of approach, right? On the other hand, if you want to fight, stop the enemy from extracting, kill everyone on the map, and you win. So, it's one or the other. That guy doesn't have a lot of health. I want to get rid of him. Good. Very good. That's half the enemy's firepower gone. You can also, obviously, shoot enemy weak points, which I should excel at as a sniper. Should being the operative word here. Let's reload again, because he's behind the rock. He can stay there. I mean, he needs to come to me. Eventually. 3 squads remain. I think my guy's in a bit of a pickle. Yeah. Yes, excellent. He has to do damage to him. Wonderful. I want to pick up this stuff here. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. And now, I need to get back to the extraction zone. If he would listen to me, that'd be grand. We also leveled up. Obviously, you have your abilities, i.e. your power-ups too. That's on the right of the... I just used it there to demonstrate, not because I was about to get brutally murdered by a bunch of bots. Definitely not the reason. Yeah, there you go. Just used it there. Stealth ability, which is what this character kind of excels at. And also a few other abilities that you can choose from on the loadout screen. And then there's other abilities that other characters have, other hunters, so on and so on. Really love if you would come over here. Please. No? Alright. Can't jump shoot, that's... Although... Get rid of these things. Okay, Perhaps not the greatest gameplay ever, considering the kind of fights I got myself involved with early on, and rather the kind of fights I had to escape from, probably a more correct assessment of that, but the important thing is that we're about to leave this place and win. There you go, we've extracted. Lovely. Haven't exactly reached level 5, almost, but level 5 is the maximum, by the way. But there you go, first place victory. That's all that matters at the end, and we win. So, we just won. Great, what does that mean? We have top performers. I did the most damage. This guy was the MVP. Fine. Then we have progression, objectives, details, battle results. How many killed, how many destroyed, total damage, etc, etc. Post-battle results screen, done, and now we've gained our credits, we've gained our experience, we can go over to loadout, systems, we can upgrade a few new things, we have 2 more upgrades that we've unlocked, so I can go over to stealth, for example. Increases running speed by 10%, I like that, so we can get out of the way quickly. And shields plus 100, sure, why not? There you go. Pretty simple, right? Pretty simple and straightforward. We've also, now as a result of all of this, leveled up the account. Gives me a bunch of credits. We've also done these things. Daily missions. I think that's about it, right? Upgrade a gear item. Unfortunately for me, I do not have one. But eventually I'm sure I'm going to get one of those as well. That was the gameplay. It's a bit much. At least that's kind of what it felt like to me. You have nothing to open. Fight battles, collect salvage crates, or complete missions to earn loot. That's the vault. So loot boxes, right? Yeah, but fight battles and collect salvage crates. It's not like I'm going over to the website and paying $100 for them. I'm collecting them in the game. So that's what I'm talking about. It's an interesting way of monetizing the game. It doesn't seem overly aggressive. It seems fine. And the gameplay's fun. I mean, it depends on what you define as fun and what you find amusing and interesting. I'm going to go over to Ursus now. I'm going to start another game. This was level 1, so again, PvE. I'm going to showcase a different hunter, I think, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about the actual meat and potatoes, the core gameplay elements. I think I haven't really explained all that well those points that we go to different points on the map where you capture the flag, quote-unquote, and you get bonuses based on that, but that's kind of what it is. You go to different points, you capture them, and you get items and consumables and stuff for capturing those points. Not really much else to explain. Oh, special kits, right. Shield Dome, Colossus, talked about those, and then Reactor Charge Kit. Didn't use that one yet, I'm going to be brutally honest with you, so I'm not quite sure what it does, but those are like your ultimate abilities in a way, except they're consumables and you use them once, and yeah, they expire and stuff, but you get the point. Whew. Okay. That's it. I did it about as clearly and as simply as I could, given the complexity of the game and the billion different UI elements on screen at the same time. But, yeah, I think you get the gist of it. That's what the game's about, and there we go. Not the fastest guy in the world, this little bear thing, is he? Alright. He does have what I would describe as basically a shotgun, though, so that's good. I like that. I should talk about the game from a visual standpoint probably a little bit as well. Now that ability not fully charged, right. How do I charge it up? Ooh, that's gonna be a problem. Do I charge it up just by doing damage? Probably, right? Okay, I need to get in close in order to do enough damage. Shoot. Oh, okay. Wouldn't let me shoot. That's a bit of a strange way of doing things, but... Space Marine. Are we sure I'm not playing multiplayer? Because... Damn it. Okay, can I melee? Oh, yes, I can. He died before I got the chance to, but yes, I can. Okay, lovely. One more, though. Did I get him? To be fair, not really. Didn't do that much damage. But I guess it was alright. Now, I need the ammo as well, and I'm going to try and repair a little bit. And now, I think we should go over to the level 3 loot tower. Because the level 2 ones... I think we might as well skip them, because the guards aren't that difficult to deal with, and I get the feeling my weapons, shields, and everything else combo is a little bit overpowered. Of course, significantly less overpowered once I'm engaged by a variety of enemies that I would generally prefer not to engage at the same time. But that's okay. We manage. There we go, so this will give me some more ammo, it'll give me power and all that good stuff. Also refill my ammunition for once. And beautiful, we are now in the midst of yet more combat. Okay, not gonna lie, the missiles aren't that great. I expected them to be proper homing missiles at impressive ranges. Thus far, they have not impressed me. If I'm going to be honest, they have not impressed me in the slightest. And the enemy has a Colossus. That is a Colossus. Fortunately for me, the Colossus eventually stops being a Colossus. It's a thing that expires, right? But if you want to fight the Colossus, I do not recommend it. Has he stopped being the... He has not stopped being the Colossus. Lovely. Look, his buddy Aimless is around. Maybe I can... Probably not be doing this. Okay, tell you what, I'm going to hide here, and then... You know what? Honestly, I like this ability. Not bad at all. Just needed to learn how to use it a bit more. What the hell is that thing? Hey, listen, you unidentified piece of trash. I need to get rid of you so I can use your repair kit. that thing is dead. I now need ammo. Oh boy. Good. It's hitting the bridge, isn't it? It's hitting the fracking bridge. On the other hand, my teammate's back. So that's good. I want to pick this thing up and I want to use it. And I don't know what it does. Oh, come on. I wanted to sacrifice everything just to be able to use that thing. Didn't work out. I also don't need any more of these power things, unfortunately. Okay, does that give me shields? That gives me shields. I did not know that gave me shields. If I did, I would have approached combat slightly differently. Yeah. Okay, so it's like a temporary shield thing, isn't it? Okay, there we go, he's dead. I need repair kits, man. I need repair kits badly. Okay. There's my repair kit now. Extraction zone has appeared. Be the first to get to the extraction zone to get additional rewards. Are those rewards repair kits? Hopefully, yes. The first couple of games I played, the AI bot followed me around perfectly, and it was really fun because we played together. These games, I gotta admit, significantly less fun because he's not really following me much, and by much I mean practically at all. And so, you know, I mean, he did help out over here, don't get me wrong. Definitely appreciate that. More repair kits, please. Thank you. And as I've recently learned, once you're holding this zone, you get all sorts of not-so-friendly robots coming in to try and steal it away from you. There you go. Beautiful. Right? I would be shocked if I didn't do, like, I don't know, 300,000 damage at this point. Now, it's probably a bit much, but let's take a look. Damager. Total damage 43,000. MVP, obviously me. Let's take a look at the battle results. Total damage, me Ursus 97,000. Really? Because it felt like 970,000. Okay. At the end, one of the squad survived, the rest were destroyed. Okay, I mean, you know, not bad considering I don't know much about this bear character and I just thought it looked cool. Fair enough, right? But I think that gives you an idea of what the game's like. In not that long, right? It's like a half an hour, 45-minute video-ish. Considering the fact that it's a relatively complicated game with many abilities and stuff, I think I did an alright job representing it. This reminds me of that bear from Warhammer Total War. Although it is Urson, right? So it makes sense they even share the name. Yes, I know it's just Latin for bear, but who cares? Right, account level 10, and 2 more constructs. I now have 4, I think, right? Yeah, so I'm lacking 1 more to unlock an additional hunter. Well, there you go. That's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching the video. Tell me what you think. Ultimately, it's picking up aspects of various different games. The extraction, for example, which we often link to Tarkov, although that's not necessarily true. The whole arena and get dropped on a map with pickups and stuff from PUBG, Fortnite, etc. That whole genre of game, battlegrounds and stuff like that. And then Warzone and so on and so forth, obviously. And then, obviously, you have the sort of wargaming side of things with the monetization, upgrades, stuff like that. But ultimately, it seems pretty tame. It's taking little bits of other things that work and it's putting it together. The one thing I'm not a huge fan of is how quickly you get to the extract. Like, the extract opens up relatively early on in the game, and you don't really get the chance to experience that much of the map. Everyone's just sort of beelines for that, because if you don't, well, you just lose, right? The players that extract are the ones that win. Alternatively, if you don't extract, you can just kill everyone, but if someone's allowed to extract, they are the ones that win. So, like I said, at the end of the day, it seems a bit quick, although I don't mind the pacing of the matches, just the exit opens up a little bit too soon from, like, the dozen or so games that I've played thus far. Monetization seems fine, gameplay looks fun. I don't mind this game at all. I'm giving it my seal of approval, which counts for absolutely nothing, but you know what I mean. I like it. I'm going to be playing a little bit more of it. I would like to see a few more characters, maybe some variation in terms of weapons. So I can change from this being a bolt-action rifle to, I don't know, a shotgun. Wouldn't make sense with this character, but maybe with this one, for example. Change the assault rifle to a battle rifle. Low rate of fire, more damage, for example, and longer range. So if you can change that out, that in the loadout, that'd be pretty fun. So far, you can only change the mods attached to a weapon, which is the stuff that you've unlocked here. That's about it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in another video next time. Until then, my name is Juggernaut. Like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed. Well, stay tuned with the rest of the content I produce on this channel. This has been Steel Hunters. And honestly, it's pretty good. Visually, I really like the game as well. No need to really talk too much about that. It doesn't have any... I mean, the mechs look fun and fairly unique. The rest of the scenery and stuff is a little bit too colourful for my modest opinion, but the textures look pretty nice, and it looks like a modern game. Feels like it too, so... yeah, all good on that front. That's it. Now, get out of here. Have fun and enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Bye-bye.